Good morning. And I first want to give my condolences to people who have lost a parent, being they may have lost that parent when they was young or old. But I just want to give my condolences. And their parent, for all I know, probably was a good human being. But that's not everyone's story. For instance, let's take someone who suffered SA from the ages 11 to 15 from their dad, or someone who may have lost a parent when they was young, right? And how that person grieves or how they heal is on them. But for someone who's not had that experience, the death of a family member or the abuse suffered by the hands of their parent, and for someone who not experienced that to tell someone who had experienced that how they should feel, how they should grieve, how they should heal, you are asking for the cussing out of your entire life. If you think you're gonna tell a person who's gone through that how they supposed to feel and grieve. All right. My story, I dealt with abuse from my mom, who's a narcissistic. I know a lot of people aren't narcissistic. I hid this fact. At first, I didn't even know what narcissism was. It wasn't until my awakening of this year. I'm 50 years old. And at my awakening, that was the first thing the Most High put in my face, was to deal with the fact that my mama is a narcissistic person and that she was not entering heaven. And then, of course, I had a million other downloads for the first 2 weeks at least. I didn't sleep for 2 weeks. It was a manic moment for me. I don't know how your awakening was. If you in fact are awakened, if you in fact are Hebrew Israelite, if you're in fact chosen, I don't know none of that about this individual, but I do know my story. And because my experience differs from your experience, or we didn't have the same experience, it doesn't cancel out what I've gone through because you didn't experience that. You know what I'm saying? I did not want to talk about narcissism, especially with my mom. A lot of people online, they'll talk about narcissism as it pertains to their significant others, spouses, boyfriends, husbands, wives, whatever. But it's rare you see them talk about it in other people. And narcissism can show up in your mom, your dad, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, aunt, your neighbor, your coworker, your boss, in the church, and so on, right? And there are people that have suffered tremendously due to a narcissistic family member or loved one. And so because I deem to talk about it, my experience, just to share with, so like other people who's dealt with it can cope and know they're not in it alone, I don't see how that is me disrespecting or dishonoring my mom. Um, Earlier I posted a situation between me and my mom where this was like maybe 4 or 5 days into my awakening, and I called her, just ugh, it was a mess. But I wanted us to pray, and I decided that I wanted to pray. And after I prayed, she went into this like glitch thing, James chapter 2 verses 19. It says demons tremble in terror, at the name of Yahushua. Um, so because, and it also, I don't have it here, but in the Bible it says the prayers of the righteous availeth much. In some texts it says, oh, here it is, James chapter 5 verses 16. The prayers of the righteous are powerful and effective. I think King James Version says availeth much. So because my prayers affected this demon possessed woman who happens to be my mother, and you said I disrespected her, I really don't understand that. Let me read some scriptures to you here right quick. Okay, so just because you may just not know some things, right? And so it's my job to help you out. Okay. Matthew chapter 10, verses 34 to 37. And this is Yahushua talking. Do not think I came to bring peace to the earth. I came to bring not peace, but a sword. For I came to cause division with a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Indeed, a man's enemy will be those of his own household. Whoever has greater affection for father or mother than for me is not worthy of me. And whoever has great affection for a son or daughter than for me is not worthy of me. Matthew chapter 12, verses 48. This one, who is my mother and who is my brother? Pointing to his disciples, he said, here are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my mother and my sister and brother. All right. And then also Luke chapter 12, verses 49 to 53. Basically the same as Matthew. I came to start a fire on the earth. And what more is there for me to wish if it has already been lit? Indeed, I have a baptism which to be baptized and how I digress until it is finished. Do you think I came to give peace on the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. For from now on, there will be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. They will be divided, father against son and son against father, mother against daughter and daughter against mother, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law and daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. Okay, so the word right there, it tells you in the last days, there are going to be divisions in the households amongst father and daughter, amongst mother and son, and therefore, so we are living in the last days, sir. And this guy that commented on my post, but I just felt the need, I needed to get on here and share. It went pretty well because my first instinct wasn't the best. So I had to pray about it and let Yahushua lead me to what I needed to say. Because I'm like, someone who suffered abuse and they're trying to heal from it. And then someone comment on how they should heal and this, that is not. You know, if anything, you should pray for your brother that that he heals through this and that he, sees the light. Not, that's the way you do that. Fast and pray for him, pray for me, All right. I love you. Yahushua love you. And if you like this video, comment, like, and share, and stay tuned for the next video.